I'm Rob Cisternino, and we are back to talk about the internet's most interesting news stories for the week of October 11th, 2016, here on NewsAF, powered by Google Hangout tonight. Yes, how about that?
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be NewsAF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some NewsAF. Actual, factual news.
Yes, that's right. Once again, we are back live here on the NewsAF. Gentlemen, how are you, Tyson Apostle?
Woo woo! Hakuna Matata, mofos.
Hakuna Matata,
I'm in
mofo.
Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah.
You still in Hawaii? When are you coming back?
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Okay.
Yeah.
You're still at somebody's birthday party?
Yeah. Well, not currently. Right now, I took time off from the birthday party to record our podcast.
Okay. Well, thank you for your dedication.
You're welcome.
Yes. And of course, a man who would never go to anybody's birthday party, the eye in the sky, Danny Bryson.
That's actually true. I did.
Yeah.
Hates
not
birthdays.
go to a birthday party just last week.
Yes.
He
What
didn't
kind
go
of
to my
birthday
daughter's
was it?
birthday party, but he sent his entire family to her birthday party.
Yeah.
Which,
Why?
by the way, is a great move.
Yeah.
That's
Still got the present.
And by the way, Tyson, my kids still talk about that birthday party. I was driving the other day, and one of them was talking about how the ice cream, some truck didn't show up.
Yeah, dude. I rented an ice cream truck, and it never showed up.
My
You
kids are
rented
still
an ice
talking
cream
about
truck?
that.
Yeah.
And it didn't show up. And Danny's kids are mad about it?
I'm mad about it.
They actually were talking about how mad Tyson was about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
They were
I was
like,
mad about it.
Dad, we got this. We were going to have an ice cream truck, and then it didn't show up, and Tyson was super mad. Yeah, Tyson was super mad.
I didn't
Weird
think
that
I showed that much anger. I bet Liz just was like, Tyson's mad.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, on the way home. Because I didn't show any anger, but I was like, that sucks.
Tyson, speaking of mad, and I got into a disagreement, an altercation with my wife earlier tonight, still about your birthday party, after Aris was here the other day and brought up about how Nicole was concerned about nudity at his birthday party.
Nicole was about at Aris's birthday party?
At your birthday party at Aris's house.
Yeah. He brought that up, or she brought that up?
He brought that up. It's true that Nicole said she didn't want me to go to your birthday party because there might be naked women.
Yeah. Yeah. Adult nudity. Yes.
Yes.
And how was that conversation?
Tense. Yes. Okay. But we're gonna be okay. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
But that being said, very excited to talk with you guys here once again on NewsAF. All week long, we get so many news stories sent into us via email, tips@newsaf.news, and also in our Facebook Group AF on Facebook. And boy, these stories really were pouring in on Group AF this week, Tyson.
They really were, dude. That's probably the finest group on Facebook.
Probably the finest.
Without a doubt.
The finest group, because really these are, when you're on Facebook already, that these are the stories that people are already posting. So it's just like almost like the most like condensed version, like concentrated version of Facebook you can find, Danny.
Yeah, it's like if you were to give me soda and got rid of all of the worthless things like water.
Yes,
that's what it would be. Whatever's left.
That's what this is.
Yeah,
All right.
Concentrated AF.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Our top story at this hour, and here we are on Google Hangout. So I don't have a PowerPoint presentation for you guys. So you have to take our word for it. If you're listening to the podcast version, you couldn't care less. But we have to talk about the man who is taking the internet by storm. He has been declared the winner of the second presidential debate. Let's talk about Ken Bone, America's sweetheart. Danny, do you have the bone fever?
You know what?
Are you a bonehead?
Am I a bonehead? Do I have a boner? There's so many. Is that why they like him? Because the only thing I saw of him was him in his sweater. I saw a picture.
Now, if you've been under a rock for the last day and a half, Ken Bone is the man who asked a question about energy with the red sweater during the presidential debate. And really, he has just been adopted as the most popular person in America. Tyson, it's all well and good right now for Ken Bone. How does this story end? A, scandal. B, does Ken Bone get like a drug addiction? How does this ultimately end?
Ken Bone has to strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. And I think if
he's listening, what does he do?
Ken Bone, what you have to do is if you get a show offer, put out a rap album. Keeping Up with the Bones is a new TV show that you should pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And everything from there will snowball, but you have to get something in the works moving. Otherwise, people will forget about him in a week.
Here's the problem for Ken Bone, because we see this all the time, and the window gets accelerated from, like, you know, where William Hung got to be famous for months and months and months, like a week or two, and then Chewbacca Mom like started making videos about like different race riots and police and like Black Lives Matter protests and stuff like that.
It was a bad move to get political.
Really, very bad. And it's only a matter of time before Ken Bone puts his foot in his mouth and the entire internet turns on Ken Bone. Danny, does that happen before Saturday?
This is the problem. When the internet spotlight is turned on you, people try and find out everything about you, what you watch on Netflix, what kind of sites you visit when your wife goes to sleep. These are the things that suddenly turn a man like Ken Bone, the America's sweetheart, into Ken Bone, leader of the clown apocalypse.
Yes. Tyson, do you think it's more likely, does present Ken Bone do something that gets him in trouble, or do we dig up a tape, say, of Ken Bone talking with Billy Bush at some point? And what's more likely? Is old Ken Bone more likely to screw this up, or present Ken Bone?
I think it's present Ken Bone. No.
Okay.
I think it's present Ken Bone. I think he gets up on his pedestal and starts sharing some radical ideas. He's like, I'm untouchable now because everybody loves me in the red sweater and the mustache. I am the Bone. And
you can't touch the bone.
You can't touch the bone, dude.
Yes. Now, we do have an interesting connection to the one and only Ken Bone. Of course,
a crazy connection.
This is really this is amazing. All right, so at Ken Bone 18 is on Twitter, 150,000 followers at this hour. He follows 38 people on Twitter. Ken Bone. One of those people happens to be longtime NewsAF listener, Jen Manning.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Does she know Ken personally?
I don't believe she's given the exclusive interview. If she's watching now, maybe she could tell us in the Facebook chat in Group AF, but I feel like that this has been brought to her attention. I've seen it in a couple of threads, and I don't believe she's given us a straight answer yet. How does Jen Manning know Ken Bone, and how is Ken Bone following her on Twitter?
When he hardly follows anybody. Did the Bone have...
That is amazing.
What she says, her answer is that she claims, I do not know him.
Uh-oh. This is the first thread.
The scandal that's bringing him down?
Yes. This is not that he follows women he doesn't know, is that's the first little unraveling. If we go down this rabbit hole, we're going to uncover like human trafficking or something.
If Jen's available to come on with us, do you want to get the exclusive interview? I don't know. I know it's late on the East Coast.
We want to.
Yeah, Jen, let me know. I'll send you the link. Well, even if we come back and talk about other stories first, let us know if you can come on and give us the exclusive story. How does Ken Bone follow you on Twitter? This could be the beginning of the end for Ken Bone. She says it was random at 1:30 in the morning that he was just Look around Twitter.
Again, I'd like to say this is the type of oddball behavior that will lead to disaster.
So this is currently. So did Ken Bone have any followers before his little foray on television?
I don't believe so.
So he's amassed 150,000 followers after asking one question during the presidential debates.
Yeah.
What was his question? Nobody gives a shit.
His
what
question was about energy. It was, what is your feelings about energy? He wasn't even the guy that asked, like, can you say one nice thing about each other?
And then here's the other thing.
Even that guy. Yeah.
So this is what happens. So he amasses all these followers. He starts scrolling through to look for the attractive ladies on his recent follows, and selects Jen Manning. And now that is.
Well, we have to ask Jen, did she
catalyst.
start following Ken Bone, or was Ken Bone following her from before this happened?
Oh, wow. If he followed her out of the blue without her even following him first, that's a real red flag.
It sounds like he's about to pull. It sounds like he is about to pull a wiener. An Anthony Wiener.
Yeah, he's good. Somebody's gonna get Anthony Wiener. That's for sure.
A real Anthony Wiener. It's real hard.
All right, now, interestingly, so he's been everywhere. He's been on like every single show. He's been on Jimmy Kimmel. But here is something that came up yesterday. Ken Bone has been offered $100,000 to star in an adult film.
Of course, that's the natural. I mean, that's the invitation given to every single person. And at first, they scoff at the idea, but when they become desperate for that limelight as it begins to fade, then they end up, in an empty apartment doing things they never thought they would have done for money.
All right,
joining us here, not even money anymore.
Joining us here live on the line. It's been a long time since we talked to her on a NewsAF, but here she is. Via Google Hangout. Jen Manning. Jen, are you there?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Yes.
Hi, Jen.
Okay. All right. Here is Jen Man, one of 38 people that Ken Bone currently follows on the social media service known as Twitter.
Are you jogging? What are you doing, Jen?
Oh, I was just looking for my headphones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So through Jen, we're 1 degree away from Ken Bone.
Yes. Yes. All right. Jen, could you please retell the story of how you first found out that you were followed by America's sweetheart, Ken Bone, on Twitter?
I would love to. Honestly, it's an honor. I was watching Jimmy Kimmel Live last night, 1:30 in the morning, just scrolling through YouTube. And I see this adorable, man in a red sweater. Recognize him from the debate. Go figure. Follow him on Twitter. Jimmy gave me the right handle. Next thing you know, Ken Bone follows you back. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he's riding this out. He follows everyone back. No, guys, I am one of 38 lucky Americans.
What a small elite group to be part of.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
So you started following
him as being a Survivor winner.
Yeah.
It's like, and in like 2 years, it will be smaller. As long as he doesn't follow more than 2 people a year, eventually you will be in a more elite class than a Survivor winner.
Now, Jen, have you sent any direct messages to Ken Bone now that he follows you?
Oh, yeah. I slipped into his DM and, and I said, sir, it's an honor. And on behalf of all of America, you are adorable.
Did he respond? Did he respond?
No, I don't think he's seen it. I think his Twitter's just open for everyone. So.
Business. Right. Now, Jen, Ken Bone, I believe, is married, according to my Google search, is married to Connie Bone.
Kanye Bone?
Connie Bone. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ken Connie Bone?
What a lucky woman. Honestly.
Do you think she dressed him with the red sweater, or do you think that was his?
Oh, that was her call.
Well, here's the story he told on Jimmy Kimmel. He had this beautiful olive suit picked out, And that night, he got dressed in it and he ripped the pants open. So red sweater and khaki pants was plan B.
Yeah, I don't understand though. Why did he have to wear a sweater if he ripped his pants?
Well, I'm guessing that olive suit jacket didn't go well with the khaki pants or something.
Don't you have combinations, Rob, in your clothing where you're like, if I wear this pant, I have to wear this shirt and these shoes? I mean, that's
Danny,
probably what you got
I
set
wear
up.
the same pair of jeans every single day.
Well, then count your blessings.
You only have one pair of jeans? Are they Kirkland?
No,
brand?
I have a couple other pairs, but I pretty much have the same pair. And then that's pretty much it. I have a couple different pairs of shorts that I wear. It's really it. I try to keep it very simple. Now, Jen, what would you advise your friend Ken Bone if he asks you about whether or not he should appear in this adult film?
What adult film?
Ken Bone has been offered
$100,000
to appear in an adult film.
Well, is it just an appearance or is it like a full dong-in? What's he got to do?
According to the service provider called Cam Soda, it is a leading adult entertainment webcam platform.
Yeah. We all know what it is.
A live streaming cam house where models share their lives. They want him to go there, and I'm not sure what they need him to do.
Well, if Mrs. Bone is all right with it, he needs to strike while the iron's hot.
They want him to take part in an hour-long broadcast, but they do not say what they want him to be doing. I don't think they want him asking questions.
Yeah, it's probably not an economic summit or anything.
I actually would disagree, and I bet they would want him there in the red sweater and khakis asking questions.
They'll want him in just a red sweater, no pants, and a pair of socks.
Yes,
nice bottomless thing.
According to this from the Wrap, they are asking him to take them to the Bone Zone. Yes.
Don't do it, Ken.
Jen, what's the next move for Ken Bone? How does he maximize this where the internet is white hot and the attention is on him? What would you advise him to do?
I would advise him to choose. He's undecided. He needs to choose between Hillary or Trump. He needs to make his mark. And honestly, he's got this many followers. I think he can make the news again.
Maybe he becomes a write-in candidate. Maybe we all just write in Ken Bone.
Yeah.
This is what he does. He sells his nomination to one of the two for I don't know. Right now, everybody's watching him. He needs to sell his nomination right now.
To
$2 or $3 million.
Sell his
endorsement.
Yeah.
No, sell his endorsement, not his nomination. Sell his endorsement. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple mil.
I agree.
Do it, Kenny.
That's good.
No, I think it's a bad move for Ken Bone because once he picks a side, then he's no longer lovable. If he picks Trump, he gets crucified by the left. If he picks Hillary, he gets. I think that this would be a terrible move for Ken Bone. If anything, he needs to come out and endorse Gary Johnson
or D's nuts or God.
Or God.
No, he has to go where the money is, dog. Do what's best for your family, Ken.
Nuts might have a couple super PACs just pushing in cash.
True.
We don't know what kind of fundraising D's nuts has. You might have millions on hand.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
All right. Well, Jen, if Ken Bone is asking what he should do, tell him don't start a podcast about crazy internet stories.
He'll eclipse us in a day.
Okay. All right. Jen, thank you so much. Anything else? Any other feedback on NewsAF? It's been so long since we talked to you.
Oh my God, no. You guys are doing amazing though. Seriously. I keep up the great work.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
Hi for us.
All right, I will.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Great stuff. All right. That's the Ken Bone news this week. We'll see. Tyson, will Ken Bone be a thing by the next NewsAF?
No. He doesn't have the staying power of clowns or Pokemon.
Yeah. He's only one man.
Yeah. Danny, by the way, that we don't have any clown stories today, but the clown thing is really becoming like not even a joke anymore.
Yeah, just because you don't have clown stories doesn't mean they aren't out there. And by the way, Ken could start his own clones. We could get rid of the clowns by raising a Ken army of people in khakis and red sweaters, and they'll fight the clowns. That'll be his platform.
Well, they
So
say
how do we do
that's
that?
going to be the most popular Halloween costume this year is Ken
Yeah,
Bone.
that makes sense.
Tyson, would you be Ken Bone this year?
I don't think I have the proper physical build. Nobody would take me for a Ken Bone, no matter what I wore.
Well, get started. You've got like 2 weeks.
Will
That's
they
true.
have Ken Bone appear at the third debate? Somebody's got to send him to the third debate.
Yeah, I think so.
D's nuts will send him.
You really think These Nuts has the money to do all of that?
D's nuts is pissed that he hasn't been invited to a debate yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
These Nuts is upset.
We'll see. All right. This is a story in our fast food news. Taco Bell announced this week that it will be turning one of its Canadian locations into an Airbnb for one night on October 17th. They're calling the promotion a Steakcation, Danny.
Man, I would love to stay overnight in a Taco Bell and just keep my feet warm by dipping them in a big vat of beans.
Beans, not the cheese. I feel like the nacho cheese would.
I feel like the
most
beans, like
warm.
the little beans, would just feel good. They'd like massage your feet as you stepped in it.
Yeah.
And while
Yeah.
you're doing that, you're eating, whatever you can reach, whatever's within.
Getting tortillas and scooping the foot beans onto the tortilla.
Yeah, it's like a dream come true.
Yeah. If you don't stick your foot in those beans, somebody else is.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well do it first.
You may as well be the one.
Tyson, you've been on a lot of exotic adventures and vacations. What do you think about a Steakcation at the Canadian Taco Bell?
Oh, I'd do it in a heartbeat, dude. I applied for the Airbnb when Conan was doing it in his studio, like the first week he was open.
Yes.
I didn't get it.
Yeah. Apparently, they're also going to have movies, video games, and a Taco Bell butler to bring you all of your new Taco Bell Steak Doubledillas.
That sounds like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it a contest, Danny?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like probably the greatest thing you could ever win.
Yeah, I don't understand. But why does it need to be an Airbnb?
Well, it's probably not really an Airbnb. It's just a sleepover.
It's probably in
Taco
conjunction with Airbnb. Maybe Airbnb is like paying for some of it or something.
Yeah. Okay. And so you'll be able to have your steak case Doubledilla, and you can stay over at the Taco Bell and get the Taco Bell butler. That seems like an odd job.
Yeah,
Taco
that is
Bell
kind of
butler?
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, who does he butler the other 364 days of the year?
Does he wear a tuxedo or does he wear a Taco Bell uniform?
He better wear a tuxedo, or else I'm going to slap the taco straight from that silver serving tray.
Yeah.
Also, can you say steak Doubledillas again? That's how you pronounce that, Rob?
I don't know how you pronounce it. It's like a quesadilla, so a steak Doubledilla.
That's what
Yeah,
I
there
would
you go.
say, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've never said the word double D before.
We need somebody we need anybody who speaks Spanish to chime in here and let us know if that pronunciation is correct.
Let's just hope that this Airbnb doesn't turn into one of those bad Airbnb stories where they like film a porno there.
So
Or
is that
they
where
have
they're
an
going to film the
orgy.
Ken Bone movie?
Yeah. They could film the Ken Bone movie there, or maybe it's like somebody moves in and refuses to leave and they can't do anything about it because Airbnb's policies don't prohibit any of that stuff.
Man knocks at the door. I'm here
Yeah.
to fix the bean machine.
With my feet.
So you're
Right,
worried,
my-
Tyson, there could be a squatter?
Yeah, there's going to be a squatter at this Taco Bell forever.
Yeah.
And he's going to get squatter rights.
Yep.
And as
Gotta
long
be
as he doesn't
careful.
leave, he will assume ownership of that Taco Bell within 7 to 8 years.
Danny, the last time you went to Taco Bell, you were a squatter too, right?
Always.
Danny's a hoverer.
Hoverer.
I don't want to call it squat. Squat makes it sound like I'm one of those Chinese people who stands on top of the toilet seat.
Yeah, no, he's a hoverer.
And they put up those placards that they don't stand on the toilet seat. I love Taco Bell. This would be a dream come true.
Yeah. How much Mountain Dew can the butler bring you?
I'm more interested in the Baja Blast, which is a slushy version of the Mountain Dew. It's dreamy.
They have that at Taco Bell?
Yeah, I'd probably consume it until it killed me.
Oh my God.
What a sweet
Isn't
way
that
to
what
go
you
out.
currently do?
Yeah, well, but it's a much slower process.
It's a
Okay.
much slower death because I only
Yeah.
have 10 a day.
All right. In other fast food news, in Britain, in England, KFC announced that 10 of its UK stores will introduce a brand new breakfast menu, and the menu will be available from 6 to 10, and hopefully will not include a chicken that was bothering the motorists in the UK. Also,
Well, that doesn't seem to help me out at all. One, the restaurants are in the UK. Two, the breakfast service stops at 10 a.m. Get your act together, KFC.
No, here's a problem. I don't want to eat breakfast while smelling dinner.
oh, okay.
Well, how do you know that it's going to smell like dinner?
Because they fry so much chicken, everything in that restaurant has absorbed the
Fried chicken
Fried
is
chicken.
not only dinner food. That's where the misconception is, Danny. You need to teach your olfactory that.
I have had
Train your olfactory.
waffles and fried chicken, and it was good, right? But if I'm going in to get specifically breakfast, I don't want to smell that while I'm eating breakfast. I'm sorry.
Well, one of the breakfast items is called the Chicken AM. It's the original recipe fried chicken, bacon, cheese, and an egg served on a floured bun. So, Danny, would you eat fried chicken for breakfast?
No.
I would.
No, you would.
Yes,
Only if you were up all night, or you would wake up and then eat that?
I would wake up and eat that.
It's just we haven't been conditioned to eat fried chicken in the morning. It's going to take 100 years of slowly working the human race into fried chicken in the morning before we can stomach it.
You know
They
what
also have
Koreans eat
coffee
for
at
breakfast?
KFC.
Kimchi.
Kimchi.
Probably. Germans eat that sauerkraut for breakfast, I bet. God damn, dude. And we can't even eat a single secret recipe Colonel's Deluxe breakfast sandwich? Come on.
I don't think I
Tyson,
can.
Do you have any issue with eating chicken and eggs at the same time? I know a lot of people get grossed out by that.
The baby and
I
the
can
mom
see.
together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You don't
I
mind it?
should. I don't
Yeah.
mind it.
Tyson likes to
Yeah.
eat chicken
Yeah.
and eggs and strangle a rooster at the same time.
so
That's getting the whole family.
now I try to eat vegetarian-ish, but I'm not super strict
Yeah.
about it.
All right.
I'm stricter than Aris, but I'm less strict than Aris in telling people I'm vegetarian.
You know what Aris and I ate when he came to my house the other day?
A whole side of beef.
Yeah, In-N-Out burger.
Oh yeah, In-N-Out burger. Did he pick the burgers up, or did you guys go get them, or what?
No, he brought them to my house.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's cool. It sounds like he's trying to win you over as your new best friend because he knows that you and I are
nobody's
best
ever come
friends.
to my house before and brought me lunch. That's never happened before.
I was going to bring you pizza, I think.
Yeah. I think we're going to order a pizza once.
We were going to order a pizza.
Yeah. And Aris said he had to go. You guys
Yeah.
needed to go.
He was trying to ruin it so that he could do that at a later date with a burger and become
Like, that's a
your
good
best
move.
friend.
That's a good move. No,
I could do
we
that
can't
later.
get food. I have to go.
A year for
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Wow.
Another fast food story. One of the top McDonald's franchisees claims a new study that says only 1 in 5 millennials have ever tried a Big Mac. Danny, are you buying or selling?
I saw this. I saw this article, and I had read something months ago about how they lied. Millennials lie about what they eat. They say they go to Chipotle, but they actually do go to McDonald's.
Oh.
Millennials.
Yeah, they want to
Liars.
seem like they're super awesome, like
Yeah.
they go to Shake Shack and Chipotle, which I don't know why that makes you
Right.
awesome.
places.
But they actually do go to McDonald's, so I don't believe this.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. Because here's an interesting fact about Tyson Apostle. I've never had a Big Mac.
You know what? I don't know if I think maybe I might have had one when I was younger, but I that's just not what I would get at McDonald's.
Guys,
would get
I had
something
my first Big Mac 5 years ago,
Okay.
and it was delicious.
And how many have you
Yes.
had since?
Probably I get maybe 30 a year.
different. 30 Big Macs a year.
I'm guessing. I'm being on the high end of the guess, but
I don't like the bun in the middle.
Yeah, it's
I don't
kind of
like
messy
that
to
secret
eat.
sauce. It's just Thousand Island mixed with mayo.
Yeah,
mixed
that
with
makes sense.
ranch.
For Tyson, it makes sense. Tyson doesn't like the sauce. He doesn't. He gets salad. He gets it with the minimal amount of whatever dressing,
Yeah.
and it can't be a thick dressing.
Yeah.
So I get that with Tyson. But Rob, why don't you get it? Just because the bun in the middle? I mean, there's extra carbs.
I would rather have like a quarter pounder with cheese or something like that from McDonald's rather than the.
Oh, they
the
have
Big
that
Mac.
too.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
just
I don't-
order that one instead.
Yeah, I don't need 2 burgers and an extra bun. I'm good with just one burger.
But what if you're in a mass building phase? And you,
Yeah.
you know,
When was I in a mass?
I don't know. You're
building
trying to build
Yeah.
mass, to get some meat on your frame, so
Well,
you
yeah,
can
you're
swell
like
up.
bulking. Because when you bulk, what you have to do is you have to gain all that weight first and then turn that extra fat into muscle.
Yeah,
And that's
so
how
you-
you get swole.
Yeah. Halfway there. So I don't know. The millennials are saying that they're not eating it, but I do think there is something to that. I've heard that before, where millennials will say that they're, are eating, they're eating healthier things, but then actually not eating them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
They
a
have
bunch
this
of
idea.
liars.
Yeah, they have this idea of how they should appear, but very few of them live up to that.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, everybody gives them a trophy for participating.
Is that what happened?
I guess that's what somebody told me happens. I don't know. I'm gonna sit on the
It's like
ground now.
11%. Only a 1 in 5. I'm sorry. So the burger sales for the Big Mac have declined significantly because of people's preference for quality, fresh ingredients, and millennials tend to like competitors like Shake Shack and Five Guys.
Shake
Five
Shack
Guys?
and Five Guys.
By the way,
Yeah.
Five Guys is for rich people because the cost of Five Guys is twice
expensive?
what McDonald's is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So where are all these millennials getting their money?
They have a $1.99
parents.
menu at Five Guys.
No, their
Are their
hamburgers are like
parents?
$7. It's ridiculous.
$7
Their
hamburger.
parents.
Their parents, yes. I mean, I still get my money from my parents. So
And you're not even a millennial.
no,
Yeah.
no.
But you have siblings that are.
Yeah, I've got one, and he eats at McDonald's. I think he eats at Taco Bell mostly. So I guess this study's totally wrong, according
Yeah,
to the
and
one
he's-
person I know.
And he's perfectly healthy.
No,
Listen, when you text, do you use the word? Guys, when you text, do you use the word you, Y-O-U, or do you text the letter U?
I don't text the letter U.
I text the letter U.
Okay.
You do?
Yeah.
That's so millennial of you, bro.
Actually, it's really lazy, and sometimes I'm embarrassed by it, but I just can't help. I hate texting in general.
That's because if you had a keyboard that had swipe technologies, it's not that much different.
that actually would be true. The
I have
does
swipe
make it
technologies.
easier.
Yeah.
Tyson, you don't have that Samsung. Was the Galaxy Note?
No, I don't have that. My brother has that.
Yeah. Well, what's he doing? He's got to return it.
Probably spontaneously combusted. He's tried returning it about 10 times, and T-Mobile keeps telling him to come back the next day.
Yeah.
No,
They don't
now
want it
that-
in the store.
Now they're giving people in the gloves and a fireproof bag to return their Samsung Note 7s.
Yeah, it's out of control. Josie, who's my brother, he still uses it, and he said that when they go into the T-Mobile store to transfer all your stuff, they make you go stand outside instead of inside the store.
Right. They should have like those bomb exploding robots coming down.
Yeah. Can you light your cigarette with your Samsung?
Yeah, that's one of the apps.
It shoots out of the little, headphone port.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see somebody on a Samsung Note board, Tyson, at the same time.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Which would explode first?
You're
Yeah,
gonna see
you
members
just go and go and go until one starts on fire.
You're going to see
Yeah.
members of ISIS on like hoverboards with Samsungs.
Yeah,
That would be the plan.
just
Yeah.
send everything.
This is your plan to knock out ISIS, Danny, to send them
I
all
thought
the
I
Samsung
thought they would
Notes?
use it, but you're right. We could use it
Oh.
too.
They would
Yeah,
use
like-
it against us.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We would send them all to, look, I don't know, wherever. And then we could just tell them like, hey, free smartphones.
Yeah.
Actually, not a bad idea. Do some airdrops of the smartphones and
Right.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Rob. Why don't you work for the Department of Defense?
This is what
They have
this
a
is
big
what we need to
presence
do.
on social media. They need to be able to, reach out to, get their propaganda out there.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do. You get the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 or whatever
7.
it is,
Yes.
and you go in and download as many apps as you can and then shut the phone off so that when you restart it starts downloading all these apps that had never finished downloading. So then it overworks and you got like a 98% chance it's going to start on fire within 2 minutes of
Could you
running
imagine?
the phone.
Could you imagine? This is perfect for the show 24. Jack Bauer gets a phone. He turns it on to find out what secret messages were being passed through the phone, and he sees the apps all updating at the same time.
The apps are all updating. Get out of here.
Phone is overheating. It's going to explode as he throws the phone and zooms off on a hoverboard.
Oh my gosh, that would be so great. Tyson, put that in your book.
Okay.
That's a good scene.
Thank you.
All right. A story comes to us. Jeffrey Hearn emailed us this story about burrito delivering drones are currently being tested in Virginia. The Alphabet company, I believe that's the parent company of Google,
To
Tyson.
Google. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They claim drones could be used for many purposes in the future, such as delivering medicine during natural disasters. But for right now, they're dropping burritos on college campuses.
I like that was their statement. They can deliver other things besides burritos, believe it or not.
Dude,
But-
burritos are safe because if a burrito falls out of the sky and smacks you in the head, you kind of laugh it off. But if like a package of hypodermic needles fall out of a drone and land on your head, it's not so funny.
Can they start using the drones to go pick up all of the Samsung Galaxy Notes from people? Would that be a good use?
Samsung drones picking up Samsung Galaxy Note 7s. That's just no.
You're
No,
asking
it
for
doesn't-
trouble.
Yeah.
A bunch of kamikaze drones with exploding Samsungs.
Yeah. So
No.
is there a better food item that drones could be delivering than burritos? So that's perfect, Danny.
I like burritos. I mean, they're tightly wrapped,
Yeah.
but they
Not
aren't
messy.
so hard that they'll kill you if they hit you. They'll explode. And at first you'll be like, what? And then you're like, it's a burrito. And then you'll eat the beans off your face.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Would you prefer a burrito or a steak doubledillas delivered to you?
You could do one of each.
One of each.
What about a hamburger? I don't think a hamburger would. I think burritos
Hamburgers
stay
don't
warmer.
transport. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't transport well.
But now, would a millennial eat a Big Mac if it came on a drone, Tyson?
If
They only-
they were allowed to tell everybody it was a Chipotle burrito.
And the drone fed it to them.
Yeah. While they were napping. God damn millennials, you're so lazy.
We're really hard on millennials, but we were the millennials not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
Some
I
other
used to be the
generation.
most lazy.
Um, so, Tyson, I know you are not an Apple guy. You prefer
I'm on
all
a Mac
things-
right now.
Yeah, I know, but it must be killing you.
It is inside every day.
So a company that makes Apple accessories has released a new scented candle, which is designed to smell exactly like a new Mac computer.
I bet Google did this 10 years ago and we just didn't know about it. And now these guys are like, oh, we invented this.
Would you light that candle,
Out of
Tyson?
curiosity, yeah.
Would you hold your Samsung Galaxy Note 7 next to the wick to light?
Until it started on fire? Yeah. I would.
Danny, would you get a Mac Store candle?
Hey, I just thought of a conspiracy theory. How do we know that Apple computers aren't corrupting the Samsung phones? You know, I'm
How
just
so?
saying, right? Like a lot of people who own the Samsung phone probably use Apple computers, and maybe through Bluetooth or something like that, they're going out and frying these Samsungs. It's all just a ploy by.
You think the Galaxy Notes are being hacked by Mac users?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, just I'm throwing that out there, right? We live in an age of conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
This is one
remember
of
when
mine.
Volkswagen did that whole thing with their clean burning diesel fuel?
Yeah,
You've got this thing where it's like, oh, I just need to plug my Samsung into my Mac. And when that happens, the Mac has been designed to send a virus to the Samsung, it's called the firewall virus.
It's like a sexually transmitted disease for computers.
So once and then the Samsung phone starts on fire within days.
Yeah. I just throwing that out there.
Danny, the Apple Store candle or the new Mac candle costs $24.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Surprised it doesn't cost $100.
Would
12.
you buy a used Mac and then could you just buy the candle?
Does the candle smell like consumer guilt? Like when you light it up, does it make you feel bad about all the money you spend on overpriced products?
Like
and the
candles
kids that worked on your computer to make it work.
Yeah. Well, the candle must be a big hit because it's currently out of stock, Tyson.
Well, of course, like
yeah,
all
that's what
Apple
they make
products.
you believe. But actually, they haven't even started making the product yet. They just put a
Will
feeler out.
Samsung come out with a candle, Tyson?
Yeah, because you know what? Brand new electronics all pretty much smell the same.
Yeah.
I can't even identify a smell of a brand new. It's the packaging, I'm sure, that smells, but I can't think of what a new Mac would smell like.
No, new computers do smell.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never noticed.
I guess so. Samsung Galaxy candle smells like burnt electronics.
Yeah,
Not popular.
and burning hair because a lot of them they do catch some hair on fire.
That's a great smell. You really
Burning
want that
plastic.
permeating your whole entire house.
Yeah. Terrible. Okay. And then one other story of note. One of our listeners, Matt, I'll hold his last name in case he doesn't want to let us too many people know about this. He tells us about a new medical procedure that is becoming very popular with men. There is a new procedure called scrotox.
Oh,
Scrotox, Tyson. Yeah.
That makes sense.
What it does is an injection of Botox
Mhm.
into the scrotal sac. It does a couple different things. One,
For those
reduces
of the-
sweating.
For those of us
Yes.
that don't know what a scrotal sac is, do you have a more layman's term that maybe
What would
we
you
use?
use for that?
That's the area where the testes are.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
like the ball sack.
Yes. Very,
Okay.
very similar.
Okay, got it.
So the Botox injection does a couple things. It decreases sweating, it reduces wrinkles, and it also makes it appear larger.
Yeah,
Appear larger, or it actually is larger? Is it like
I'm
a
not sure if it's
mirage in the desert?
yeah.
Or is it actually larger?
Yes, I
It's
believe.
like-
I believe. Yes, what it does is that it shrinks the penis, and then so it makes the
So it's only
scrotal
the
sac
scrotum.
appear larger. Yeah.
Okay.
In comparison, that's a great strategy. That's just what every man wants. Wow, that's huge. But the other
I'm
thing-
all balls.
ball baby.
So this procedure costs $3,500.
Whoa. Whoa.
And people are going crazy that the requests have doubled in the past year.
I could buy like 150 Mac candles or something for that.
Those low water consumption toilets cost way less than that. So if that's your issue, is your balls touching the water, you just get the low consumption ones and the water level's lower.
Yeah. Wow. But no
So-
wrinkles.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
nice.
you definitely want less wrinkles so that when you wear those chaps that you love so much in public, people won't be scoffing at how wrinkly and raisin-like. I mean, come on. Does it get any more vain than that?
So should we start
Are
a
there
Kickstarter
veins?
for
Are
all
there more
three?
veins or less veins?
I think it's the same amount of veins.
Yeah, the mains, they're just more visible
Yeah.
if you decrease or reduce wrinkles.
You
Yeah.
guys, we're all 37 right now.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I feel like this would maybe be the perfect time for us to start a Kickstarter to get this procedure done on all three of us. I mean, imagine being able to take your shirt off at the beach and just feel like I'm 26 again.
Or whenever
26.
I'm running and I sit down on a park bench, I can just
You
pop
know,
those boys out the bottom of my shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you accidentally don't sit on them.
This
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to talk to someone who's had this done and just see how his life's improved because of it.
Yeah.
I think he'd go on for hours.
Yeah. I actually may have misspoke. According to this article, which is from the Daily Mail, I actually don't think it does a lot for wrinkles. For that, there's a different surgical procedure that they can perform for that, but the Botox will not do a ton in that area.
Wow. So you have to get 2 separate procedures before you're perfect down there.
Yeah, in terms of results, they say injecting the Botox helps with sweating issues, but won't have much of an effect on wrinkles. There's lots of loose skin in that part of the body, and an injectable treatment is just not the right thing.
So if you do everything right and you pay all of the money, you can make your scrotal parts. Instead, they won't look like a deflated balloon. They'll look more like a basketball.
They'll look like an older Beverly Hills woman's face.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get some money raised, and then one of us can get this done.
Kickstarter?
Yeah. Let's see if we can raise enough money through Kickstarter for one of us, then we can have a contest to see which one of us gets to have the procedure done.
Oh, we should have some sort of a contest. Yeah.
3 of us.
All right. So, Danny, do you have any stories from the bolt hole?
I only have one story because this is, I worked a couple days last week, so I didn't have a lot of time.
Should I sing the theme song to Danny's bolt hole first?
Why
Danny's bolt hole. Yeah. Check out what's in the bolt hole. I was going to do something more about like sticking your eye up to the bolt hole.
Yeah, take a peek inside. It's a bolt hole. It's Danny's boat hole.
That's better. Danny's the musician.
Yeah.
I was just faking it till I made it.
You put that in your book. You can have that song.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So guys, I got a question for you. Today I'm gonna start my story with a question. All right.
Okay.
Who will go bankrupt first if
Me.
your neighbor wins the lottery?
Oh. Who will go bankrupt first if your neighbor wins the lottery?
Yeah, that's the way they.
Neighbor.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, statistically speaking, the lotto winners always go bankrupt.
Right, they always do. That's the sad story. But in this,
the neighbors also go bankrupt.
Yeah, actually, living next to somebody who wins the lottery is terrible. So if your neighbor wins the lottery, Tyson, you need to move right away.
What if your neighbor wins Survivor?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's kind of like a lottery in a way.
Tyson, did any of your neighbors go bankrupt recently?
Probably all of them.
So the higher the lottery prize, the higher the value of flashy assets purchased by the neighbor, who in some cases then have to file for bankruptcy themselves.
Yeah, they got to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses, that whole thing. And it's saying that they did some research into the people who live around those who win the lottery and found that a lot of them quickly file for bankruptcy because they're in a race to keep up with those who have just won a lot of money.
So the move is once your neighbor wins the lottery, you have to move?
Yeah, you right away.
Yeah.
Don't allow them to buy anything. Just get out of there as quickly as you can.
Get out. Like, we got to move. Hurry. Keep a bag by the bed in case somebody in your neighborhood on your street wins the lotto.
Usually the lotto winners move themselves because they don't want to be in the poor part of town anymore.
Yeah, Danny, what if your neighbor wins the lottery and they move? Are you okay?
Yeah, you're fine. It's all down to what you said earlier, Rob, about keeping up with the Joneses. Mm-hmm. It's just that you try to match their spending and you just can't because you didn't win the lottery.
Well, the chances of being the neighbor of a lotto winner are double the chances of actually winning the lottery because there's a neighbor on either side. So we have far greater chances. And if you live in like a duplex or probably a fourplex or something, which is an even more common occurrence in lotto winners, God damn, dude, you could quadruple your chances. We have 4 times the chance to be a neighbor of one of these lotto winners.
Yeah. Did you hear what Bob's doing next door? He's getting scrotox. That's it.
We all got to get
money out of the kids' college savings. I got to get it too now.
That seems like one of the procedures you could just lie about having.
No.
You need, because the guy is so proud that he had it done that he's always showing people.
Yeah, and it changes the way you walk.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Say,
walk with
look.
swinging your legs out anymore, like out and around every time.
Yeah.
You know the problem?
Touch this. You won't believe how not sweaty it is.
Yeah, just touch it. Feel it. You feel how soft that is?
Yeah.
I mean, let me feel yours.
It's
Two.
almost-
Oh,
that
gross.
is so
Smack me out of
sweaty.
Here's
sandpaper?
the card of my guy. Tell him Bob sent you.
Yeah. I get $25 towards my next Scrotox for every person I recommend.
Tell him Lotto Bob sent you.
Lotto Bob.
Lotto Bob. That's the hashtag right there, right?
Sure.
Lotto Bob.
Yes.
You wouldn't change your name to Lotto so-and-so if you won, right?
You wouldn't be Scrotox Bob at that point?
Scrotox Bob could be also. I was just thinking if I won like $1.6 billion in Powerball, I would just go by Lotto Tyson from now on. And anybody who refused to call me Lotto Tyson, I would spend my fortune.
You would move next to them. You should
Yeah,
buy the
I
house
would
next
move
to them.
next to them on both sides. So then I double.
Expand. All right. All right. So I don't know how we're gonna top this. Okay. So Lotto Bob is the hashtag. Danny, anything else?
No. The other problem is all the people on Facebook are pumping out. They're finding all the good stuff. It's it's as if they've gotten into my bolt hole and they're rifling through all of my.
That's
internet
fine.
stuff.
Well, you could just give us all of the the bolt hole stories from Facebook. I think that's fine.
Just dig a little bit deeper for those bolt hole stories, man.
Yeah, guys, I'll work harder because it's just there's so many people and they're pulling up such great stories that I'm not really able to scoop anything. Into my hole.
All right. Well, great stuff here tonight, and that this was a special episode of NewsAF.
Very special.
Very special episode. All right. So Tyson, safe travels back to the mainland.
Okay. Should I read a review?
Sure, if you have one.
Yeah, I'm opening one right now.
Leave us a review at newsaf.news.
Heck yeah. And how do people leave stories for us?
Send them to us. Email tips@newsaf.news, or you could post them in our NewsAF Facebook group, Group AF. Search for it on Facebook.com, the social network.
Dude, our Facebook group is growing like cray.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, here we go. Actually entertaining. 5 stars.
Yes.
Rob Tyson and what's his name? Manny?
Annie, yes.
I guess I have to change my name now.
Deliver actual factual news that is somewhat NSFW, but always entertaining. Oh, we are SW.
Well, I don't know.
Depends what your W is.
We've been doing a lot of genital stories. Maybe we need to do less.
If you're a
so that people can
millennial,
listen
if you're a
to it.
millennial,
Yeah.
and
I think
you're
that when you as long as you use the medical names, I think that's fine.
yeah,
Okay.
like the scrotum.
Right.
I highly anticipate the news episode dropping every week. If this trio were an 80s boy band, their name would be Newsboys AF. That might be our new hashtag.
Yeah, I think that trumps it.
Sarah GD 1234.
Yeah.
Newsboys.
All right.
That was
Well,
just
we didn't even get to talk about today the man who got bitten on the penis by a turtle.
Yeah.
I'll save that. Put that one in your own bolt
that.
hole, Rob, for later.
Save that story as well.
You got
I bet
chunked.
the turtle would look good after some Botox.
Oh, so
oh my
good.
gosh, it would take hundreds of years.
Maybe the guy got some scrotox and the turtle was just like, oh yeah.
It was made it too attractive.
Yeah, it was
Look
too
at that
attractive.
young
He's like,
guy.
I'll
Great.
eat that.
Yeah.
Like
All right. Well, great stuff, of course. So use the hashtag Lotto Bob. Tyson's on Twitter at Tyson Apostle. Danny is at Danny Bryson. Thanks so much to Scott St. Pierre, who edits the podcast version of NewsAF. And thanks to Jen Manning, one of the 38 people that Ken Bone follows on Twitter. Join us next week when we try to find out if Ken Bone is still a thing and much more here on NewsAF. Subscribe to NewsAF, newsaf.news on iTunes. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
Danny, play us off.